So this is the Fuse video game magazine of the future there. You can see the dust on it. Makes it kind of an irony, but this is the Fuse video game magazine of the future. This was the issue for, I'm trying to think, it says on the side here. This is volume 1, issue 1. This is the first issue. November, December 1998. So, about 23 years to this time of the year that this video will be going out. This issue, there's a lot of good stuff. We got Sonic Adventure Live in Tokyo. Future Shock previews of all the biggest games upcoming. The Celebrity Gamer. I'm hoping it's Tom Hanks. I'm hoping it's someone really epic. Play this, some Game Informer reviews. Some code stuff. Some gossip and epic news coming out of this. We got some kind of weird game genie. It's a genie, but it's not Game Genie. And previewing. Doesn't look like Tom Hanks, but maybe this is like a fake out for the Celebrity Gamer. Looking pretty good. I'm interested to see what we're going to see here. Cassette looks like more of the same. If we open this up, cassette looks like more of the same. Just kind of the same as the outer box. And someone was not kind enough to rewind on this one. But what are you going to do? So let's jump into this tape. We'll see what we got here. I'm excited to see what the future of gaming looks like. So hopefully we'll get a glimpse at that through this video cassette tape. So let's check this tape out. I am watching this straight off of the VCR itself. So let's check this thing out. I'm going to press play on the VCR. Hopefully you do not hear the VCR running in the background, but this is how we're doing it. I'm not watching this some kind of new way. Check it out on the VCR. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, heck yeah. Oh, this is epic. Got a montage here.
This is Fuse.
This is Fuse.
Interactive entertainment.
See what we got. Show us what Gex. Yes, they got Gex. All right, we got hosts.
Hi, I'm Derek. Welcome to the first edition of Fuse.
Hey, and I'm JC. Fuse is your connection to the world of electronic games. And for the
What's that on her shirt? Is that like a gaming shirt, or is that just something else?
We went all the way to Japan to check out
all
Sega
the way to
Dreamcast.
Japan.
Well, I did anyways.
Yeah, well, I actually got to play the new Sonic game. And Legend of Zelda for Nintendo 64.
Holy crap, imagine getting to play
Raider.
Legend of Zelda
And we
for
got the
Nintendo
crazy
64.
crew from
That'd be
Game
crazy.
Informer magazine who will give us the okay on lots of cool new games. And we'll visit with the Crystal Method.
The Crystal Method. This is the Celebrity Gamer?
Very
I don't know who
cool.
that is. Am I supposed to know who that
First,
is?
here's Cool Derek
Because
with
I'm sorry.
Fuse News.
This is cool, Derek. Yeah, I don't know who the Crystal Method is. I was hoping the gamer would be like Tom Hanks.
In the world of
or
games,
something.
a revolution happens every couple years or so, and another one is upon us courtesy of Sega.
Yeah.
Sega's Dreamcast is storming onto the streets of Japan right now.
Heck yeah, this
5
is
new
great.
titles will be released surrounding the launch, including Virtua Fighter 3 and
I'm sure this
Sega Rally
thing's going to
2.
go very
Japanese
well. I'm
players
sure
can
that
also expect
this is going to be a
RPGs,
very
sports,
successful system.
and wrestling games. But last but not least, the biggest game for Dreamcast is the triumphant return of Sonic the
The
Hedgehog
triumphant
in
return of Sonic.
Adventure.
This is
And
great.
I was on hand in Tokyo for Sonic's unveiling.
What's that font?
Check it out.
That's the least Tokyo font I've ever seen in my life. Video quality. You got like his VHS camcorder,
Has hit Tokyo.
and then on VHS quality. I actually think I like the footage of Tokyo in 1999 better than I do this video. Oh, we got a guy. We just filming random people. So I believe you're not actually supposed to, like, officially you're not supposed to film in Shibuya. I'm pretty sure, but I might be wrong. Everyone's done it, so it doesn't really matter. But
They're waiting for a chance to play the brand new game, Sonic Adventure.
Sonic
Sega's first game for
Adventure.
its new format, Dreamcast. Now, we're 2 hours
Heck yeah.
away from the doors even opening, and yet there's already over 3,000 eager fans waiting for a chance.
I don't
to
know
see
if you could get 3,000
what the future
eager
of
fans
gaming
lining
looks
up for a new Sonic game. It's kind of sad.
Super excited.
Imagine lining up for like Sonic Forces. 3,000. You'd be lucky if you got maybe 30 people lining up for Sonic Forces. I'm sorry. What is this graphic, by the way? I'm not sure what this is. This looks like an epic event.
We're now inside the
Those pin
Tokyo
sets are probably all over
International
eBay.
Forum. Heading upstairs, where everything's going to happen. Sonic Adventure, first time seen by human eyes.
For a second, I thought that his
Let's Sega.
shirt said Derek. And I was like, he's wearing his name on his shirt, but no, it doesn't.
Excuse me.
Sonic
Do you mind
himself
if I
is at
ask
the
you a couple
event?
of questions about your new game.
That was a pretty beat up Sonic. Oh, there's Tails is in the background. No one wants to interview Tails, though.
Get your programs here. This is going great, isn't it?
They put him to
Great,
work?
yeah.
Poor Derek can't catch a break.
Dude.
会場内での喫煙ご飲食
Show me, Sonic. I don't know what this face is. Is this something? Oh, there he is, Sagata Sanshiro. There, the man himself is at the event. I like for the Sega 60th anniversary, they made like a character that was like his great-grandson or something. So the character's been brought back. I gotta say, probably back then, playing this level in Sonic Adventure would have been pretty cool, but I don't know. Well, I mean, you start doing these other levels, maybe not so much. Sonic Campaign would have been probably pretty fun to go check out for the first time. I mean, the Dreamcast is really impressive for its time, I gotta say. Compared to its competitors, throwing something like this out there, I mean, the graphics are pretty impressive for this era. This would have been actually 98, not 99. Because Sonic Adventure came out in 98 in
Sonic
Japan.
and Dreamcast will be introduced in Japan on December 27th. Unfortunately, we in the US will have to wait till next fall.
Brutal.
When it does get here,
Brutal wait.
Dreamcast owners will be able to use the console for internet and email right off their TVs with a web TV-like extra called Dreamfly.
I love checking my
More
email on my
Sonic
TV.
later in the show.
One of my
Another
joys.
Dreamcast news,
No, it's just a
Capcom,
normal shirt.
creators of Resident Evil, the most popular PlayStation game of all time, will release a new version called Resident Evil Codename Veronica, specifically
Codename
for
Veronica.
Sega's new machine. In this
Change the
Resident
name
Evil
at some point,
installment,
huh?
Claire Redfield journeys to Europe to find her brother. Capcom has plans to design other Dreamcast games, including Power Stone,
That they did.
a polygonal fighting game along the lines
They
of
definitely
Street Fighter
designed
EX.
Dreamcast games
That's
when no
small
one
hats
else
on
did.
top of your Nintendo 64.
Does anyone else?
big
Does anyone know
things.
who Derek is?
When the
do
Nintendo
we-
64 memory expansion
Do we
pack
know?
plugs
Is he like
into
still in the
system.
industry? Who's Derek?
The expansion pack, which
Someone
adds an
send me-
additional 4
someone in the
megabytes
comments
of
find
RAM to
Derek
the
and send me his
N64
Twitter
is
account.
available now. Retailing
wanna
at a
thank
price
him
of
for this.
$29.95, the item will double the N64's current RAM specs. That means high-resolution graphics.
High-resolution
Unfortunately, The
graphics.
expansion pack doesn't do anything to enhance existing games, but only enhances games specifically designed for it. Turok 2 tops the list of games compatible with the expansion pack, but Perfect Dark, Nightmare Creatures, Rogue Squadron, and
Quite possibly the only time
Quarterback
Turok 2
also
tops any
utilize
list.
This new peripheral.
Interact has also made it known
Oh,
that its very
Interact.
own RAM pack is finished. Called Turbo RAM, a release to coincide
Yeah.
with Nintendo's is likely.
I could
Rumors have been
definitely. You
flying
get
about
you
how
get it with
IDOS plans
Donkey
to buy
Kong,
California-based
or you
developer
could go buy the
Crystal
crappy
Dynamics.
Interact version with no game.
For now,
Yeah.
it's cold hard fact. The acquisition is worth $47.5 million.
Oh, that's interesting.
And will bring some of the
When Square
industry's
Enix got
best-known characters
bought by
together
Eidos.
under one umbrella. Most notably,
There he is.
Lara Croft and that crazy gecko Gex. Eidos has no plans to change the operations of the Crystal Dynamics studio or
Oh,
staff.
I'm stupid. That's not when
The
Square
Crystal
Enix bought them.
Dynamics
That's
lineup
when
for 98 and 99
Eidos
is
bought
still intact.
Crystal Dynamics.
Expect to see Gex 3, Deep
Which
Cover
is- that's an
Gecko,
interesting,
and the highly acclaimed Legacy of Kain.
Then
Soul Reaver,
Eidos
early
literally
99.
later got
We'll have more details
purchased
on
by
Soul Reaver
Square
a little
Enix.
later.
But that's an interesting kind of thing that
Midway,
This is
creators
news
of
at
the
the time.
arcade football hit Blitz is currently
Blitz.
programming a new title featuring players and teams from Major League Baseball. Just like Blitz, Midway's baseball title is said to stretch the rules of baseball a bit.
good old Midway.
Expect to see some
R.I.P.
disturbing action when this game hits the arcades
It's
next
going to be
spring.
disturbing.
Yeah.
Sorry, WCW.
What
fans,
is this?
The Ultimate
What is
Warrior
that?
will not be a player.
No, Ultimate
in the
Warrior.
upcoming N64 game.
No,
WCW,
Ultimate Wario. in red.
NWO Revenge.
Ultimate Wario. Not
THQ
coming.
had apparently reserved a space for Warrior, but there were too many questions surrounding his allegiance. However, the game's producer did state that the Warrior could be appearing in upcoming WCW Nitro and Thunder games that are scheduled to release early next year. Stay tuned.
Good impression. Good job, Derek. Proud of you. There it is. Is this Duke Nukem Forever? No way. It is. Duke Nukem Forever. Or is this his time? Oh, no, it's not. I was hoping it would be Duke Nukem Forever. Because they were showing that game off back in the late 90s and it didn't come out till 2011. This is the PS1 Time to Kill game. Darn, I was really hoping we'd get a good earlier look at I was hoping we'd get a good early look at Duke Nukem Forever. I love seeing old footage of that game because it's like, man, that game didn't come out until way later. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you, Midway. What's the G?
What is the G?
That was the most
The
natural
G is gossip in the
transition.
gaming world, and Fuse
Oh,
has
we got
it
gossip.
for you.
Yes, let's hear the rumors.
Figures based on Konami's thriller Metal Gear Solid.
Dude, there
Fear
might
that
be
McFarlane
action
Toys
figures
of
from Metal
Spawn
Gear
fame
Solid?
will design the figures.
Really?
McFarlane Toys
Speaking
is
of
going to
Metal
make
Gear
some
Solid,
Metal Gear.
Konami is hinting at a version for the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Sony's still pretty silent about the PlayStation 2, but word on the street is that this new gaming machine will rear its head next spring.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that for
After
sure,
a
yeah.
three-game run, Crash Bandicoot creator Naughty Dog has given up on the Bandicoot.
Give it up.
Dogs will put their attention towards other genres, but that doesn't mean you won't see another Crash game. A new developer is reportedly being sought.
Yeah, I'm thinking that
Waiting
Naughty
for an
Dog,
N64
they can't live
version of
without
Donkey
Crash
Kong?
Bandicoot. They should
Our
just give up.
sources tell us this big ape is on his way next year. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to see if the Big Ape comes back. So this was actually, so I stand corrected, this was before DK64 that came out, 99, so.
In Future Shock, we profile games coming to you in the near future. Crash is back in
Crash is
Bandicoot
back.
Warped.
Mac is
Follow
back.
Crash and Coco on their hardest adventure yet.
Can you imagine
This
if they're
will
like, there's a
feature
rumor
3D jet ski and
that they're
biplane
trying to
levels.
make something called
With an
Mac.
extra time trial feature, Crash Warped is one game you'll want to go back to again and again and again. Starting in November from PlayStation.
Our next game is a sequel to Abe's Odyssey. called
Oddworld
Abe's
Classic?
Exodus. It's
Classic,
very much
classic,
like old
classic.
SNES games as you attempt to solve puzzle screens. A feature called GameSpeak allows you to interact more realistically with other characters.
Game Boy announces an end to squinting.
What?
That's
Oh,
right.
okay, I was like, what is
Nintendo
this?
has brightened up the world of Game Boy with Game Boy Color. It's the same
Well,
old
you're-
Game
you're still
Boy,
gonna
but
be
with
squinting, I
vibrant
hate to
color
tell you.
schemes, so you won't burn your eyes out trying to tell the difference.
Still not
between
backlit,
different
though,
shades of
so-
gray. Game Boy Color will be in stores by Thanksgiving. When the first Game Boy debuted in '89, the first game available was the original Tetris. Appropriately enough, the first game for Game
It's
Boy
so funny
Color
to
will
think
be
how long the
Tetris
Game Boy went.
DX. Still puzzle chain.
I mean, back in
but this
'89,
time
and then
in
it was like, man, they
56
were still
colors.
just, it was still going.
Amazing how Game Boy
They finally were like,
evolved.
yeah, Game Boy Color's coming out this year. It's so wild to think of that.
Also in RPGs is an American attempt at the genre
no.
by Crave called Shadow Madness.
Shadow
But don't worry,
Madness.
it won't be too much of a departure. The main designer, Ted Woolsey, was extensively involved in the American translation of Final Fantasy II and III.
The Soul of Hoops is back this year with
Yeah,
NBA
classic
Live
NBA Live.
99. For the first time,
Always gotta
players
get
on
those- look at
screen
those
have
graphics,
movements
man.
And facial expressions accurate to their real-life counterparts.
Yep, those are
New
definitely
artificial
accurate facial
intelligence
expressions. He didn't even have a ball.
react
Did you
to
guys see that? He just
be
went to
able to
like,
draft an entire
he just went to
custom
shoot it. He didn't have the ball in his hand. That's realistic to the real world.
South Park fans, rejoice.
Rejoice.
All your favorite South Park characters are in Acclaim's new South Park game for the N64.
don't know if I'd
including
rejoice over
Cartman,
this game.
Kyle, Stan, Kenny, Chef, and the infamous Mr. Hanky. Hidey ho. The plot, as if they needed one, centers around the mayhem caused by a comet heading towards South Park. Will they survive? Find out this holiday season on your N64.
Very excited. At least I was waiting for them to be like, it looks
Legacy
exactly like the
Games
show, but they know it doesn't.
is like Metroid, Zelda, and Tomb Raider all rolled into one.
See, guys,
In the
we're always
sequel to
getting
the
mad when
popular
stuff gets
adventure game,
gets
Cain is
compared
now
in
the
other
villain,
game.
as
This
you
game's like
become
Dark Souls. This game's
Raziel,
like
a
Persona. This
vampire
game is like
overrunning
Breath of the Wild.
fate.
But then they're doing this back 23
The
years
game
ago.
features some impressive artificial intelligence.
You can
along
never
with
stop
numerous
it. Everything
animation
needs to be
scenes.
compared.
Expect Soul Reaver to hit stores early in '99.
Turok 2 looks to be an improvement over the original. Utilizing the RAM pack, the game has higher resolution.
It looks to be
you
an
won't see the
improvement.
polygonal
God, I hope
graphics
so.
Building in the distance, or so much of that annoying fog. The game covers 6 different worlds and features the best weapons ever seen in a game.
Ever seen in a game.
Bulletproof. Good thing I've been playing Siphon Filter, an action thriller for the PlayStation. You take the role of arms expert.
I still
Gabriel
can't believe
Logan
they haven't
as he
done
attempts
anything
to
with
stop
Siphon
the
Filter
terrorists with
like
a
since what, the
strange and
PSP?
deadly biological virus.
I feel like
Expect
it's
tons of
like,
cool
especially,
weapons, a huge
you know,
3D environment,
now that there's no
plenty
Metal
of
Gear
action
Solid
when
and
this
stuff
game
like that,
hits
there's no
next
Splinter
spring.
Cell. I'm surprised that they don't try to do anything
Twisted
with
Metal
this.
3 has been developed by a
old
different
Twisted
creative
Metal
team
3.
than its predecessor, but with realistic car physics and returning characters like
Realistic car physics.
Spectre and Shadow. Things are looking up. Well, that's it for previews. Now, here's JC as we cover the scoop on
Excited
3
for all those games
really
coming
big
out soon.
news.
Future Shock. Mega
The inaugural
Future
game
Shock.
for Sega's new system, Sonic
There it
Adventure,
is, Sonic.
has amazing resolution. The best yet. in a
Amazing
game
resolution.
Ever. Sonic and 5 other characters.
It's funny to see
have
like there's
different
terms like
adventures during the course of the
resolution and
game.
high
The
definition,
adventures overlap,
and they
detailing the release
didn't mean the
of
same thing,
Chaos by
obviously,
Dr.
but it like was
Robot.
always shifting. You even remember
The
like the
game has a
Genesis would
multitude
have
of
like
levels.
high
Level
definition
jungle,
graphics on
a
the
Vegas-like
system and
city,
stuff, and it's
a
like,
desert.
man, I mean,
The coolest thing about the levels
funny
is
how
that
things
certain areas are only accessible
I've
by
just
certain
they've just keep
characters.
changing the definition
Sonic
for
Adventure,
such a long
the
time.
fastest and most detailed
It hasn't
Sonic
changed
game
in probably,
yet,
what, 15 years
debuts
now
in the
since-
fall of '99 when Dreamcast hits the U.S.
Our next mega preview is for the latest sequel to the phenomenon that is Tomb Raider. That's right, boys. Lara Croft is back again. This time, she's seeking out a set
I
of
can feel
ancient
the controls
artifacts
just
that lay
watching
scattered
this.
about the Earth.
Ugh.
Players travel to India, Nevada, and the South Pacific. A mystery 4th level might just involve aliens, but we're not telling.
Oh, you just
Laura
spoiled the
isn't either.
game.
Tomb Raider 3 is structurally different from the previous games.
You just spoiled that there's a
Levels are now
mystery level that has
non-linear and can
aliens.
be played in different orders.
Thanks a lot,
Laura
Derek.
will have many interesting vehicles to choose from, including a Jeep, a quad bike, and a canoe. Look for Tomb Raider 3 this November from IDOS for PlayStation.
One of Nintendo's top titles is back, and it's about time. The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time.
See, she always
First
seems like
Zelda
really
game
into
for
it.
the N64.
Derek,
It
you
might
don't see
just be
Derek
the
doing quite
greatest
as much.
N64 game yet. A first ever simultaneous release in the US and Japan is planned for Zelda, and you should see it in stores soon. The game itself is positioned to be everything you'd expect in an N64 game. Its
Crazy
many
how well
levels are
Ocarina of
obsessively
Time still
detailed,
holds
and
up.
Link has every ability Mario ever had.
I mean, you
plus
can
a
make fun of the graphics now,
fighting
but the
sections
gameplay
are
still
much
holds
like
up
Street
really
Fighter
well.
in Link's ability to fight and
What?
move. And he doesn't even need a sword all the time. to
Fighting
hold his
sections
own.
are like Street
In
Fighter. I
addition
don't
to all
think
the
they are
levels you
even
must conquer
slightly.
as Link, you must also travel through a vast overworld where time shifts from day to night as you walk. It could even take that long because the new Zelda will provide a 60 to 100 hour gaming experience. The puzzles of this
I don't know
game
about that.
really reflect the original.
That's-
And there's some fun
that
bonus
is,
games like
pretty
fishing,
high.
shooting your slingshot.
It's a pretty
Bundle
high
pack
estimate
comes into
there,
play as
60 to
well.
100
For
hours.
how? You'll have to play Zelda yourself, which I'm sure you will.
Yes, we got the celebrity gamer. I'm willing to. I was hoping it would be someone big, but
Here at Fuse, we're not about
like
games
Oprah
all the
Winfrey
time.
or something.
Well, actually, that's not true. However, we are about seeking out cool people in the world of entertainment and getting their impressions on the world of interactive games. Recently, we had a chance to speak with Ken Jordan of the Crystal Method on the tour bus between gigs.
I'm sorry.
He told us about electronic music.
I don't know who
the
Ken
effects
Jordan of
video
the
games
Crystal
on the
Method
youth of
is.
America,
Should I know who
and
this
the
is?
use
Should I
of
know this?
Crystal
Is this
Method's
like
music on
Limp
PlayStation
Bizkit or
with
something?
nitrous oxide.
I don't.
He's this
I don't know what
month's
to tell you.
Celebrity Gamer.
I don't want to make the boomers feel bad, but I was in
Parks and Rec.
diapers when this video was made. This video came out.
And they make
November, December '98. I was in diapers
Fox
then.
dudes called us up in LA, and they're big fans of the band, and they really liked our music. They really liked the album.
I love this.
And they had
this
finished the
effect.
game, and they had kind of contracted us.
Just show the man talking. Why do we need all these
Game, but-
effects? Yeah, look how
sound
cool
like
this
all
guy
like
is. You can see the
phone kinda
back of his
sound like
head.
video game music. Like, bing, bing,
What is this?
So they call
This is
us
the
up
weirdest
and,
shot
asked us to come
thing
over
I've ever
to the
seen in my
box
life.
building to check out the game. They had just ran our CD, you know, through a stereo while we were playing the game, and it just like really worked good. So it's just, you know, you're in a spaceship shooting bugs. You know, it's nothing too detrimental to our precious youths. Our feeling about including live musicians in our live
What is this? This is
is kind
great.
of interesting because, I mean, we've been playing live shows since like January of '95.
Why is it shot like this? You
And
couldn't
the
just do a
concept's been
normal.
the same pretty much.
Gamers have gamer brain, and
We
they
did
can't
bring
just
out
watch a
drummer,
normal
and we tried to
interview where
teach him
the camera
the drum part
is
that were on
just.
the record, right? There's no way in hell he's ever gonna
Gamers
play
cannot
as
just
I
watch a normal
programmed
interview
it.
with a
He's not gonna
stationary
get those
camera.
same
We need to
sounds
see
ever in a million
5
years.
different shots every
So
3
the true
seconds. We need to
representation
see
of what we
different
do
the color
is
change.
actually
We
the
need
way we
to.
perform
What is
live.
this?
We try to make our records sound like human.
We got this effect.
Machine made it. Or
This is the worst interview ever. Oh, we gotta get the overhead. Now we gotta film the viewfinder.
We don't use technology to write our music.
The intern did this, right?
We're not.
They had like a
out trying to-
16-year-old who was
we
like
really
interning
are just trying to
somehow
make
here, and they were
records
like,
that
"Could you do
people
this
think sound
Crystal
great.
Method
We're not
guy
trying to,
interview
like, win back
and then
our
edit it?"
ex-girlfriend or anything.
And they're like, "Yeah, I got Windows Movie Maker
It's like, we
recently,
want
so I
you
can
to hear
add
a
3
song,
picture in
like-
pictures."
Get goosebumps, sweat, throw up, and then like, you know, have an orgasm all in once. Every song. That's
Whoa, that's what you want out of this? I thought you were just shooting bugs. Code breakers.
Our next segment, Code. Yeah,
Love how
busy now.
okay, this is true gamer. Gamers rise up.
Codes in the box.
That's what this segment is all about.
Yeah, Derek, you idiot.
Our next guest has a dream and an alias, known only to us as Mario Zeldenstein. He was apparently once a
Mario
talented game
Zeldenstein.
designer, but his real passion has always been to make all video game codes available to gamers everywhere. Alas, he perceived himself as a dangerous reactionary, and much of his research materials burned in a mysterious fire. The
Mario
actual existence of
Zeldenstein,
which
man.
we were unable to
This is
confirm.
epic tale.
To continue his courageous fight against what he terms the godless hordes, he has come to Fuse to let viewers in on the best strategies. Here with this month's Code Breakers is Mario Z.
Mario Z, let's see what he has to say.
Derek, JC, are you there? I'm having a hard time
We got
hearing
Mario
you. But
Zeldenstein.
before I
He
go,
lives in Canada.
Here's some of the coolest codes for the newest games.
Does anyone remember
Batman and Robin for the PlayStation.
the Nintendo channel on the Wii where they had like Gary and then they had Dark Gary and they did the what was it? It wasn't Nintendo Minute. That's what they do. It was Nintendo
Press L1,
Nintendo Week,
R2,
where they'd have a new
R1,
episode every week.
L2, select,
I used to
X2
watch those all the time. Those were how I found out a lot of stuff actually.
Fully restore
Those
your
were
health.
fun.
Just press start to pause the gameplay.
Kind of we can really have vibes with they had
Left,
Gary
down,
and
down,
was the host, but then they
square,
also had
square,
Dark Gary,
triangle, square, and you'll have
which was just
fully
Gary in
restored
like a
health.
hoodie.
For level select a character, then hold R2 and press left, down, square, triangle, square. Press down on the joypad to choose your mission.
Thank you, Mario Zeldenstein.
For more types of items, go to the item selection screen, hold R1, and press left, down, square, triangle, circle.
I'll make sure to do
To
this. I'm
increase
writing
your
this
item
down.
inventory, go to the
Wait,
item
that was square,
selection
square, triangle,
screen,
circle.
hold L2,
Yeah, okay.
press left,
jotting this down.
square, triangle, X. On Mission Impossible for the Nintendo 64.
I
listen to
need the
these
cheats
codes
on
at
this
the
one.
mission selection
Holy
screen.
crap, that's a lot of
You're
chodes.
right.
A lot of
You'll hear the
chodes,
phrase,
a lot of
"Ah,
codes.
that's better." Remember,
Oops.
the Z button is on the back.
Big heads. They need to put big heads in every game. Come on. What's it hurt?
For Hotshots
Put big heads in like
unlock
The
all
Last
the
of Us.
characters and the core
Hot
keys. It's a
shots.
really tough code. First, make sure there are no memory cards in the system and a second controller plugged in. Now, take controller 2 and hold all the top shoulder buttons, that's the L's and the R's, simultaneously before the title
That
screen
Donald
appears.
Trump there, kind of like the
While holding
third
the
from the
four
right.
buttons,
Looks like
go
him.
to the title screen. Immediately after the flash happens, press up, down, left, right, left, up, down, up, left.
I'm gonna be honest. I know
right,
people
right,
like the
left.
cheats. I can't be
You have to
bothered to
do it really
do this.
quick as the Hotshots logo is bouncing in, and you have to finish the code before it stops. You should hear a sound confirming that you did the code right. On GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64,
I can't be bothered to do
to get
these.
all 64 multiplayer characters, enter the following very long code. Now, this code can be entered anywhere.
Yeah, see, I
but
can't
we
be
do
bothered to
recommend
do this.
entering
I'm
it
sorry.
on the character select screen with Moonraker Elite highlighted.
Go, 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 go. Yeah.
Bro, you're just gonna
Thanks,
break your
Mario.
controller, dude.
I sure hope no one finds
See,
out
back
where
then
he
controllers
is.
were like $20.
We may need him for next time.
You don't want to do that now. You do that to your PS5
Now,
controller.
this is the part of the program where we listen
Destroys
to
the
Code Boy
floor,
complain about
shatters all
this
over the
and
place,
that.
and then you're out
Code Boy is the
$70.
hacker for Game Shark, and in
Code
each edition of
Boy.
Fuse, Code Boy is going to present the latest codes for Interact's Game Shark enhancement
Let me hear it, Code Boy.
device. Did you let him out of his cell yet? All right.
Code Boy's in jail? See, is Code Boy in jail for is he unhinged? Is Code Boy in jail for codes, or is he in jail for, like, being a sexual predator or something? I want to know more context. He's looking unhinged to me. I don't know. He's deranged.
Howdy. I'm Code
You see
Boy.
how this is a nice young man.
Guess I'm stuck talking to you as some kind of penance, so let's just try and get through this in one piece. You guys send me tons of email every day requesting codes for all the new games. And I realize
Who's
that none of
sending
you are as good
emails
as
to
I am
Code
at
Boy?
games, but I am a paid professional. Some people don't even wait for the
Code
game
Boy,
to
I thought
come
you were in
out
jail.
before
How are
they
you a
decide
paid
they-
professional of gaming?
Well, I love hacking codes for most of the games that come out, but what I do only takes a few hours. The programmers who did the real work on the game spent months, sometimes years on these titles. After all that work put into a game, it may be worth having a
I
look.
love how it's presented
Maybe
as
the game's
months and
enjoyable the way it
sometimes
is.
years.
So, play the
Now
game
you
at
look at
least
games and
once
it's like,
without
yeah,
it.
the people who made this
The way it was
spent
meant
at
to
least
be.
3 years on it.
And then 30 seconds later,
Probably
go
closer
back
to
in with
5.
the Game Shark and wreak havoc on whatever creature took you out moments after the opening credits rolled for the first time. All right, now I guess it's time for a demonstration of the Game Shark in action.
Let's
If
see
you
it.
have a PlayStation,
What do we got
don't
here?
have Tenchu, well, anyway, there's the code at the bottom of the screen. Write it down, I guess.
Yeah, they're
Now
really
you can
counting
carry
on
a
you having
limitless
Tenchu
amount
on
of
this
throwing
video.
stars, grenades, fire scrolls, and whatever else you want. See? No carry limit. It just makes sense. Okay. You'll notice that there are no codes on the screen right now. It's because I don't feel like putting them up. These codes will be in
Brutal.
the big list.
Code
so
Boy.
Get off my back. If the code's running, you'll start the game with every weapon that's available, and you can select them at the press of a button. You can also restore your health real easy like.
Mario
Finish the
Zeldenstein was
game
more
for
helpful
yourself,
with how
like
he
you said
presented
earlier.
his codes.
Just
Code
makes
Boy's
it
a little
too
bit
easy.
lazy. I gotta say, I'm
Some
sorry,
new
but
GoldenEye codes. Well, here you go. Now you can be completely lazy. All your objectives are complete when you enter the game. You're invisible to the people that want to kill you. You can walk through doors, instead of actually opening them. And you can access every level
this doesn't
without
sound like
doing a thing.
gaming.
There. Now you can just go
It
around.
just seems like
killing
walking around
everyone
an
for no
empty
reason,
map.
with no purpose in life. Yep, that was a big bunch of fun.
Brutal.
Let's have a look-see at some of the more recent codes my elves have devised. This is, obviously, a list of Game Shark codes, and the games that they will work for. If you don't have the capacity to figure this one out, pause your VCR so you can write them all down. Remember, for a freaking
Thanks,
piece of
Code Boy.
time, check www.gameshark.com and get all the latest codes, as well as my immature rantings. Now back to you, Chet, or whoever you are.
Thanks, Code Boy.
Actually, his name
Rock.
is Derek.
Who's Chet?
I don't know.
Finally, Play This is our segment for reviewing games that have already made it to your local video game emporium.
Let's hear the reviews.
We give you their
Let's see.
certified opinions on the holiday's biggest hits.
These, on
Here's the
Metacritic
staff of
now?
Game Informer magazine.
Oh, they probably
No
would
one
be.
gets
Actually.
hurt this time.
Who we got a Game Informer? Are they going to show the Game Informer staff? Who we got working there?
You have to play Metal Gear Solid. There's no doubt you have to play Metal Gear Solid. Tenchu is probably a better game, but it's going to be more underground.
Yeah, Tenchu's definitely held on as long as
it's
Metal
gonna
Gear
be,
Solid has.
It's like for people that really want to play a game and like master it, where Metal Gear Solid's more mainstream, and will definitely.
So we're gonna find out Tenchu 2 is bogged down with 3 hours of cinematics. Try to be like Metal Gear Solid.
I wouldn't be.
These guys
upset.
have yet to experience the Kojima's
It's kind of a perfect mix between
masterworks.
gameplay. If Metal Gear needs more gameplay.
They've yet to see the hour-and-a-half long cutscenes.
How did you like that?
Tenchu probably could use a little bit more, finish on it so that it's a little bit better.
These guys were giving Metal Gear
Like,
Solid 4 right now. They'd
the layout,
probably
like people like movies.
just
they
crumple
like
up into a
that
ball.
stuff, and Tenchu doesn't have enough of the kind of extras.
They don't have the iron will that us gamers have now to watch eternal
Tenchu,
cutscenes.
you go for Grandmaster to get the secret items. Like,
Grandmaster.
the stealth, the new armor and all that stuff. Metal Gear, I mean, you just kind of play to see what happens next. Tenchu, you got all that, the replay value of getting everything,
And the
and
random
finding out how
stuff.
it works. Yeah, exactly.
The 3 different paths.
Yep. It's very cool.
I think Revenge is an awesome grappling sim.
See, you hear people talk occasionally about Tenchu now, but
It's kind of the
they're
same
making this
type
out to be like the biggest deal ever.
what they've done with the intro.
Either this was sponsored by Tenchu, or Tenchu is bigger deal than anyone gives it credit for now.
Rest up on your face, action.
It's just like, it's crazy.
No warrior, from what we know. It's just too bad. But
Yeah, but there's so many other wrestlers. That
Yeah,
is
that
just
game.
loaded to the hilt with
Yeah.
tons of different people to play.
It's not that much different from last year's, but
No.
but all the new wrestlers just
And there's Tenchu in the back. I'm telling you guys, Tenchu's everywhere.
Yeah, multiplayer is awesome.
40-player battle royale.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, they got Battle Royale, but even back in 1998,
It
guys.
definitely blows away any of the
Rush
recent
2.
games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
See, look, these guys are just talking about the game. This is the review.
Makes it
There's
look
no
like
letter.
relics.
There's no letter grade. There's no number score. Yeah, I just tried. I like Tenchu. It's not like Metal Gear Solid.
Pulling off tricks, bang, bang, bang. It's awesome.
I think the racing part stinks.
See, this is when people who reviewed
It's like
games
the only time you can take
enjoyed
a car out
games
and,
and
like,
didn't hate
cruise
themselves,
down some road
and didn't
and
hate their
way,
life.
way too fast off some off-ramp and just destroy it and then go like, oh,
It's not as extreme though as the one before. I mean, it doesn't
No,
seem
it's
like
the
it has.
same.
I mean, if it didn't have that
It's the
stunt
same.
mode,
It's the
it doesn't have.
Twisted Edge
Snowboarding.
snowboarding.
Horrible.
We got to hear about Twisted Edge snowboarding.
Lucifer himself.
You can tell that these guys are just like chilling out. They get games sent to them every day for review, and they're like, "Heck yeah, man! I guess we're gonna have some fun playing Twisted Edge." Because these are the days when you could
Best part about this game is that
realistically play like every game that came out. You could realistically play and review every game that came out.
And the camera.
it's kind of weak.
I mean, nowadays there's 50 games released every day, but this is a time where you could play every N64 game. The N64 got like not even 300 titles over about 5 years.
Combat a lot better.
You could realistically play every game to come out and review it. Even stuff like we got the camera guy back here. Camera guy looks like he's just someone's dad who's just here along for the ride.
He's just rude.
Dude. Duke is just rude. He says, "Give me some sugar" to a pole dancer.
All adult films.
Nice. We gotta censor this.
It's like Brian Bosworth in the porn.
Ryan Jeremy.
How about Hit Streak?
These guys. See, these guys are just having fun. You gotta like it. You gotta like that. These guys are just having a good time.
You can spin faster, it moves faster, looks better. I mean, this one you're just hauling ass because it's just so much fun to just sit there and do flips and spins all the time.
See, they're just having a good time.
Suck, do you think? I mean, I played it
No, the
in
confidence
Thursday.
meter is really cool.
It was, yeah, we got this game. This is fun. You can, it's like Jet Moto. You can do spins. This is epic, man. Nowadays, the reviews are like, yeah, well,
Bottom line is,
frame rate was occasionally dipped down to 59 frames per second.
Yeah, single track.
it is made for the Jet Moto fan.
They get paid for that.
Wow.
They do get paid for that, man.
Hey, well, thanks for watching Fuse. Next time, we'll have the 411 and more new games.
New dream
plus
job.
A trip
To be a
Tokyo
game
show.
reviewer in the 90s.
Later, gamers.
See ya.
Later, gamers. Look at this epic music. Later, gamers. Lava Lounge, thank you for Derek's impressive drip. Is Thin Ice Media still around? Oh no. This is fair use, right, guys? Fuse isn't going to come after me, right, guys? We'll have to see. So that's it for this video. I mean, that was fun to go back on these. Let me know what you thought of this, because I have some of the Nintendo Power tapes. I can always get other tapes. I think it's fun to look back at this stuff. It kind of is good nostalgia, but it's also just fun to see. I like looking at people's opinions and people's thoughts and the time. I think it gives good context to what we have now. But I like looking at what were people thinking? It's funny to see they're talking about Tenchu a bunch, and it's like, Tenchu is one of those games you don't really think too much about. It's not really heralded as one of the all-time greats, but it seems to have been a pretty important game at the time. But interesting and fun to kind of look back at this stuff. And let me know what you think about this, though. I think I have 2 Nintendo Power tapes, so if we want to look through those at some point, might be a good series to do. But any suggestions for ones that I should look at? There's all kinds of tapes like these, and I'm sure they're pretty cheap. So I'll keep an eye out for those. But if you liked this, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment what you thought about this video, this this series format, just everything in general. What was your favorite part of this video? What was your favorite thing that I didn't notice or whatever? But follow me on Twitter at ObjoGaming. Derek, if you're out there, follow me on Twitter, please. And until next time, I'd like to thank you for watching.